My name is Mark Sampson, and I'll be reading from my 2007 novel Off Book, which was published by Norwood Publishing of Halifax. There's not a whole lot of introduction to this scene. It's set in an office. The protagonist's name is Cameron, and he's been dragged into a meeting, and he's not exactly sure what it's about. They sat across from each other at the boardroom table with notebooks in front of them, ready for the off chance someone said something worth writing down. On Pauline's left was Brad Russell, scratching absently at his acne scars and oblivious that his shirt collar was crooked. The people's person was there because the secret project would involve a number of the company's key people, and he needed to be aware of their duties in order to superintend their happiness. Inside, he was busting at the seams. Samuel had recently suggested that the project would require its own corporate subculture, and if there's one thing Brad Russell loved doing, it was manufacturing new corporate culture. On Cameron's left was Chase Harley, trim, well-coiffed, looking slightly bored, slightly nervous, always calculating. He, too, had a notebook in front of him, had in fact written something down, even though the meeting hadn't begun. And occupying the rest of the boardroom chairs was a group Pauline referred to as the congregation of sycophants. They were middle managers mostly, dressed slightly better in their gray or blue blazers and starchy white shirts than the worker bees they supervised. These sycophants were known to crawl out from whatever cubicles they worked in and attend every meeting Samuel called, whether it applied to their individual departments or not. Everyone perked up when Samuel breezed through the door then, carrying a huge, ominous binder under his arm. He set it down on the table with an authoritative thump, then looked up at his crew and grinned. Samuel's gray hair was freshly cut. He wore a sports coat and blue jeans, clean and well-pressed. He looked like a professor at a small college recently back from a refreshing sabbatical. He was happy, almost ecstatic. Cameron wasn't sure what this implied, but he noticed Pauline squirm in her chair like she was sitting on one of her troll dolls. "Thank you all for coming," he began, throwing the binder open. Cameron grinned internally at this, one of Samuel's many contradictions. Despite being the leader of a technology company, he was absolutely useless with PowerPoint. "I want to begin by saying that this is a great day for the company. Today we embark on a bold new vision that will carry this organization into the new millennium and beyond. When we started this business 5 years ago, we never dreamed of the technology available to us today, nor did we dream of having the kind of dedicated employees to utilize that technology in such creative ways. Well, today is when all that technology, all of that creative talent will be harnessed into the biggest, most dynamic business initiative we have ever launched." The sycophants nodded in unison. Cameron and Pauline just looked at the table and waited for the proverbial shoe to drop. "Until now, our organization, like so many web-based businesses, has made a steep division between the use of email and the use of the web," Samuel went on, reading directly from the notes in the binder. "We've always considered these technologies similar, yet nobody has ever integrated them in a truly daring way. Well, that changes as of this moment. We are going to launch a new technological advancement that will deliver all of the web-based information our clients look for, every piece of news, entertainment, sports, product data, service information, in the form of a daily email delivered to their inboxes before their first cup of coffee in the morning. Not only will this new technology be like a prescient search engine, knowing what each individual subscriber will want to read before he or she knows it, but it will deliver this information-loaded email in a funky, hip, colorful, web-looking layout. If everything goes as planned, this new initiative will become the benchmark for delivering what is cool on the web, and do so in a standard email file that shouldn't take up any more than 50 or 60K of inbox space. Now, of course, a product this radical will need an equally radical name. I've been racking my brain trying to come up with a single word that will sum up this saucy, in-your-face program, and I finally got something. I'm hoping this one word will become a trademark onto itself and interchangeable with our organization's brand. This one word will epitomize us and everything we stand for. I want this one word to become ingrained into the very fabric of who we are. And that one word is..." And he lifted up the binder, spreading it apart, so everyone could see the bold-faced word taking up a 2-page spread. "Spunk." Everyone blinked at it, speechless. The look on Samuel's face was one of barely contained mirth, like a father watching a son tear open his first Christmas present. "Of course, we'll need a great tagline to market this baby, something that's going to grab people every time they see it. So try this on for size." He stabbed at the air with spread fingers to punctuate each word. "Check your inbox. You've got spunk in it. So, what do you think?" Cameron and Pauline looked across the table at each other, watching the mortification on the other's face grow like a wet spot. They bit down on their lips, packed them tightly together to prevent sudden, swelling guffaws from escaping. One of the sycophants raised a hand. "I can't speak for everyone at this table," she said, "but I personally think it's a fabulous idea. One of your best, Samuel. Bravo!" "Oh, I agree," Brad Russell echoed. "Brilliant stuff, Samuel. I can't wait to get started on this." "What do you think, C.H.?" Samuel asked. For a moment, Cameron thought he had spoken to him, but soon realized that C.H. was a nickname reserved strictly for his executive director. Chase sighed coolly, leaned back in his chair. "You may be onto something here, boss." Cameron and Pauline could only nod slowly, trying to twist their grimaces into smiles. "I knew you'd all dig it," Samuel said. He flipped to another page in his binder, one containing a stack of photocopied sheets in a clear plastic sleeve. He took the sheets out and began passing them around the table. "So let's talk about how each of you will help implement this project. Cameron, since you're the technical wizard, we'll start with you."